There are 435 seats in the House of Representatives, each representing a district of approximately 668,000 Americans. 1,213 men and women ran for these seats in 2004. Brandon Brown was one of them.
I'm Brandon Brown, running for United States Congress from the 4th Congressional District, which is Greenville, Spartanburg, Union, and Lawrence.
Brandon ran as a Democrat in South Carolina's 4th District, which had just over 380,000 registered voters at the time. A heavily Republican district, Democrats hadn't held the seat in 12 years. Bob Inglis, the Republican candidate, was practically an incumbent, having held the office from 1993 to 1999. Bob's platform was focused on a balanced budget, healthcare reform, and keeping jobs in the upstate. As is so often the case, Brandon's platform was quite similar.
To make sure that we stay on point with our message, and that message of education, protecting our jobs from being outsourced, and also improving the healthcare system. And we have to continue in our efforts.
In 2004, Brandon was a 29-year-old mortician, working in his family funeral home after earning a degree in political science.
I have to convey a message to the people about the issues that affect their lives, which is jobs, healthcare, education, and making sure they have a good quality of life. So anytime that we get to engage and talk about getting the country going back in the right direction is good for us.
When you need about 190,000 votes to win, you present your basic platform a lot.
Sure, it's the main push. The main push is education and the outsourcing of our jobs. We see what was corporate America change now into global organizations. They're looking for the bottom line is where they can produce their product for the cheapest cost and still sell it for the price here. What we have to do is look at and examine the tariff system.
You know, Brandon used to be a recruiter for Claflin University, new students. And even though he's not in that capacity, he still talks every chance he gets about education.
A lot of students want to go off and receive college educations. Funding's the issue. Wondering if they can be accepted to the type of institution that's going to get them further in life. So we have to do a better job. We have to actively go out and recruit students to go to institutions across the board in higher ed. We have to put more money in our institutions for research, for grant-based, and we have to start at an early age, making sure universal head start's in place. And teaching those fundamental reading skills at an early age, that promotes better health, better education, a better workforce.
He doesn't come from a political family, so he doesn't owe anybody any favors. So he doesn't have any dues to pay to anybody. So he can just go up there and be himself. You know, I think that means a lot. You know, you ain't got 8 or 9 people that you got to satisfy before you can try to advance your own platform.
Being a representative is being a servant to the people. It is being able to come into your district and find out what are the needs of the community, which direction the community wants to go in, and how that voice is to be used in Washington, D.C. I think that we have to remember that all representatives are public servants. You have to be able to listen to people and find out what they want to have discussed, find out where they stand on so many different issues, and vote for your constituents. Not just your own personal beliefs or how you think it should go, but what the district feels is the right direction. We're coming to see Linda Dogan, who is Mayor Pro Tem of Spartanburg City. And she's also coordinating my Spartanburg County campaign. And she is at work currently. And try to see if we can disturb her for a minute to get a word.
Brandon, I think I've kind of been his coach, I'm not really sure. Brandon has improved tremendously since the first time I met him at First AME Church, which is right up the street. And I was impressed with him, but I was a little bit irritated with him also. So we had a little talk and we worked everything out, and now it's good as gold.
Christopher Cox, I'm a captain in the United States Army, soon to make major and getting ready to retire. I've served my country for 22 years in the military.
And what's your capacity with Brandon?
Right now, I'm working with Brandon. I'll be going to work for him in Washington, writing policy and doing a lot of research for him and advising him how to vote so that we can bring it home to South Carolina.
So how did you know Brandon before you got involved with this campaign?
Oh, I did. I met Brandon as a volunteer on the HBCU committee.
What's that, HBCU?
Historically Black Colleges and Universities Basketball Classic, honoring Martin Luther King. Brandon founded that in Greenville, and my involvement in that just transcended to me becoming his treasurer in his campaign. Well, I'm his treasurer, but I guess I also just function as his confidant also, because I accompany him to virtually every event. And again, we were just really told from the very beginning, because both of us are really novices when it comes to this, that he really shouldn't go to anything alone. So I guess I've known Brandon now probably all of a year.
We're stopping by the Spartanburg Democratic headquarters. We're going to go up. There are some people with the coordinated campaign here today. If they hadn't all left, we'll talk with some of them. So come on in. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Brown.
How are you doing?
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Sure.
I am the political regional director for the upstate. I'm over 10 counties. I get the word out about all the local candidates. We create venues, voter education. But the main objective is to increase voter turnout on November 2nd. Actually, I met Brandon at an event, and it had nothing really to do with politics. It was with the Black Pages. And I didn't know who he was, but what impressed me about Brandon is the first time I heard him speak. And I just felt like I needed to do whatever I needed to do to help him. Besides that, he's a brother.
Doesn't get any realer than that.
No.
Andy Arnold, and I'm chairman of the Greenville Democratic Party.
How have you been involved with Brandon's campaign?
How have I been involved? Well, gave a little bit of money, given a lot of advice. We've done some things with the party, or through the party, like sponsoring a 4th district get-together with the Spartanburg County Party and the Union County Party. So we've done that. What else have we done? I mean, we've promoted his events, had him speak at a county breakfast, those type things.
The thing I like about Brandon is he's very honest about what he says he's going to do.
I adopted Brandon as my son, and it's been a good thing.
So it's a pleasure, just being able to help him out in any way that I can and work with him, and because he's a great guy, and he definitely would be a wonderful congressman.